Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Gladys armchair. Here we see it in leather, metal structure, precious, very comfortable. Let's dive in. Gladys belongs to a tiny family which is made up of the armchair and the matching stool, and it's available only in the armchair version, so you don't have a version of Gladys without armrests. This is the way it's built. Its dimensions are generous but rather standard for a proper armchair, because we have a width of 62 centimeters, a depth of 57. We have a height of the backrest at 78 centimeters, which makes it slightly higher than a table. A table is normally 75-76 centimeters, so you can imagine that beyond a table you don't perceive the backs of the Gladys armchair coming up too high, and that's a matter of taste. There's no good or bad about this, so you just need to consider it. So we have four versions of the Gladys armchair. Here we see the metal version, okay, with this metal tube which creates the four legs and creates these supporting structures, which has a decorative purpose, and I very much like this detail, okay, on the side of the armchair. Then we have a version with wooden legs, you can see it on the portal. Then we have the swivel spoke base, okay, which you can turn around. And then we have the swivel spoke base with wheels, which can be used, for example, for home office purposes or even in a proper office. I'd like to point out, in general, this is the sort of armchair that could suit well in a dining room context, or also in a meeting room of a very important office, a nice company where you want to appear in a certain way to your employees, managers, guests and clients, and this is the sort of armchairs that can fit properly in those sort of contexts as well. So let's find out how comfortable it is. Well, we said that the height of the back is 78 centimeters, so of course I cannot rest my shoulders, but I can tell you that in terms of feel of my bottom, my arms and my lower back, I do find it very comfortable. It's rather firm, it's definitely less bouncy than other chairs, so it's not comfy in the sense that you sink in, but it's quite firm. Also the armrest, and I like its proportions. I must tell you that this sort of armchair, it's for the way it's built, it's rather heavy in terms of kilograms. So it's, for example, when it's your dining room, you have children, elderly people, it's not the sort of chair that it's easy to move around. But of course, then when you sit, the perception of how stable it is and also the overall comfort is very good. So let's talk about the upholstery part. First of all, we see what is its craftsmanship, because we have this double stitch on the whole perimeter, and you have these stitches on the back which create this curve, and I also like this sort of detail which is aligned with the leg and then connects also to the stitch that you have on the front, because the stitch that you have here, which is indeed a double stitch as well, then is aligned with the simple stitch that you have on the front here. So it's rich with details. I also do like the fact that intentionally the leather, the fabric, the faux leather that is used for the front, an abundance of material is used so that it is abundant on the structure underneath, and so these folds are naturally created, they create movement. You could build such an armchair on certain models, like the Michela chair, for example. We have the double version where you can have it with a plain back or with the back with folds. In the case of Gladys, you only have the version with folds. And here you see it with the Panama leather, okay, and you have multiple colors, but you can also do it in velvet, you can do it in most of our fabrics, faux leathers, so there's much variety about it. About the finishes of the base elements, here we see metal. We have a total of 6 colors available. This is the bronze color, okay, it fits very nicely with this Panama leather. Then on wood we have 3 different finishes. For example, you see one here which is dark brown, okay? And on the swivel spoke base version, you get the standard 6 metal colors, but you also get the stainless steel finish of the base unit, which is perfect, for example, for office contexts. So we've come to the end of today's product review about the Gladys armchair. I hope that you love it just like I love it, its comfort and its design. See you next time.